A time of insight.
Welcome. This is your host, Arjan Abraham Zendehdel. You can call me Arjang. It is a natural human condition to want to feel good, high, and happy. Many of us achieve glimpses of this desire through things external to us that give us a temporary boost, but long-term negative side effects. For instance, we might smoke, take drugs, consume alcohol, drink coffee every day, pile up on the sugar, manipulate others for energy, and do various other things to feel good. But is there another way? Is there another way to feel good and get energy without going outside of us? Is there a way to feel naturally high without negative side effects? There is. It is called meditation. Today, we're discussing the power of meditation. My guest is Mr. Aman Rahman. Mr. Aman started meditating more than 45 years ago when he began practicing martial arts. For almost 40 years, he has been teaching meditation, yoga, self-defense, and martial arts such as karate, aikido, and kendo. He's also a Reiki master, pranic healer, and well-being coach. For more than 20 years, he has been a radio and television host and producer and has led several healing and transformational workshops. He especially supports people to reduce stress, overcome pain, heal trauma, and recover from addictions. Welcome to the show, Mr. Aman. Hello.
Hello to you and everyone who's listening. It's a pleasure that you invited me. And thank you. That's a beautiful subject.
Yes, it's nice to have you. And if you're seeing the video, you look so holy, Aman. I want to learn from you. With the beard and the mustache, and it's very nice. All right,
thank
beautiful.
you.
So thank you. So let's talk about first the most basic question. What is meditation?
What is meditation? The way actually we explain it in Western society, it's reflection, contemplation. All of these, it has come under umbrella of meditation.
That's true. We say, let me meditate on that, right? That's correct. Okay.
Yeah, or contemplate on that, or
yes.
Going through different ways. But specifically in yoga, when we are talking about meditation, we are talking about a special way of being and processing in the brain.
Okay.
The name of it in Ashtanga Yoga, the name of that specific way is Dhyana.
Okay.
And Dhyana, it's you can experience the silence of between two thoughts.
Okay. So in yoga,
I don't know how many times you heard this when someone explained a meditation. There are very few schools that they are talking about this. But as you know, there is many schools of meditation, many style of meditation, and even sitting in silence. Oh, I'm meditating, but it's a specific way of processing. And each school of meditation, they are teaching certain way of processing, using your brain for meditation.
So basically, you're saying the Western culture sees it as contemplation, reflection. Another way to look at it is the space between thoughts. So when your mind is in a silent space, would you call that a meditative state?
It's one of the states of it.
One of the states of it. So there's a lot of forms of meditation, and today we're going to actually experience different forms of meditation. And I've asked Aman. I've known Aman for many years, so I just call him Aman. I'm sure you're okay with that. So I've asked Aman, I said, please take us through a couple of meditations today. So as you hang out with us throughout the show, you'll actually be able to experience it. So there are different forms, and we want to explore that. Tell me, Aman, first, what is the benefit of meditation? Why would anyone even want to do it?
First of all, thanks to many studies in last 30 some, actually 40 some years of studies, scientific studies, proven that has a direct impact on the immune system, has a direct impact on blood pressure, has a direct impact on recovery of the body, has a direct impact. It's like measured and seeing the result. And
when you say impact, beneficial impact, obviously.
Definitely beneficial.
Just
yes.
To be clear.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And yeah, because the stress has a direct impact on a blood pressure too.
Right. So it does reduce stress, right?
Oh yeah, it brings stress down. Actually, I think biggest researchers on is on TM in transcendental meditation, that they already recorded and have lots of evidence on that. Yes.
Right. So it reduces stress. It has health benefits, physiological benefits, and mentally, I'm presuming that it also supports people to think clearer, correct? Think more effectively. Is that correct?
Yes. And the best way I can say is because I hear this from many people that the first time we are talking about it, they are saying, I have a chatter in my head that they're talking. And I said, do you know it's possible that that chatter be silent? And they get shocked. And that's exactly a correct protocol, step by step of meditation, can slow down and then completely silence your mind. I share it from myself, my personal experience.
Please, yes.
When I was in my 20s and I was in martial art, sometimes I was doing 4 hours or 5 hours heavy martial art and completely drenched in sweat and exhausted. And I was sitting maybe 30 seconds or 15 seconds, my mind was calm. And then it's starting going like this, like these birds jumping from one branch of a tree to another.
Okay.
Till I started yoga, then I realized, oh my God, there is a world that I can explore and is inside of myself. And that was the opening of it. And I started yoga not for meditation or not for silent mind. I started yoga because I was very sick. I had colitis, I had gastritis, and I had sciatica in my 20s. So when I started all of these things in 6 months, everything was gone. And most important part, my mind was calm. And I started sleeping deep and straight sleep for 6 to 8 hours, deep sleep.
Wow. So it actually supported your sleep also.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of benefits, and we're not saying that what you just shared is it. As we're talking, things are coming out more. And of course, it has spiritual benefits, right? Of course, connecting to a higher power, connecting to our soul. So it has those benefits. And as an outgrowth, I'm assuming then that benefits us. It could benefit us potentially in our relationships, in our career, in all the different areas of our lives too. So meditation has been proven scientifically to benefit us. And of course, it's been around for thousands of years throughout various traditions. And, you know, one of the ways I share with people that you can test the veracity or truthfulness of one subject or an idea is if it's universal. And meditation is definitely one of those universal practices that's been around in different traditions. So it's something really to look at. It has a lot of history and, of course, has modern applications. Very good. So what I'd like to do is let's go to a break. And then when we come back, we're going to discuss the different forms of meditation. And as I promised you, we're going to have Mr. Aman actually take us through a few meditations that we can actually experience and feel what it's like. So you are listening to A Time of Insight. And my guest is Mr. Aman Kahraman, a meditation and yoga teacher, martial arts instructor, and Reiki master for almost 4 decades. We will be back with A Time of Insight.
A time of insight.
Standard Time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000 and stay warm today. Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
A time of insight.
Welcome back. This is your host, Arjan A. Zendehdel. Today we're discussing the power of meditation, and my guest is Mr. Aman Kahraman, a meditation and yoga teacher, martial arts instructor, and Reiki master for almost 4 decades. He's also been a radio and TV host for more than 2 decades. So we are discussing meditation. Please tell us, what are the different forms of meditation that exist?
There are many, and thanks to many great teachers who brought it also to US, like Mr. Kabat-Zinn, mindfulness, and TM by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and transcendental meditation.
Right.
And then Vipassana, that is one of the very simplest and very, very effective ones. Actually, all of them are effective, but each one, it depends on the type of the person.
Right. So it's a different flavor, right?
Exactly.
So let's go through one by one. Let's start with Vipassana meditation, which you mentioned last. So what kind of meditation is that exactly?
First of all, Vipassana meditation, there is a lot of centers in the US, actually. They are doing it, and people can easily Google it and find a location and go over there. It's taught by their own practitioners, 10 days in a 10-day setup or setting. And very simple. I'm not going to teach it, but I'm just saying you can start it from just breathing and paying attention to the movement of your breath through your nostrils. And that's a start of it. And then it goes for 10 days of silence and being in that environment.
from my understanding, Vipassana is simply being present, right? Isn't that correct? Just being present with your senses, connecting to your senses. Would that be an accurate statement?
Yes. Uh, yes, but this is the thing. Many of these techniques required that you be present.
Okay.
For that reason, being present is the essence of meditation.
So all the meditations support you to be present, and you need to be present to do them. So the whole foundation is to be present.
Yes.
Now, Vipassana is specifically tuning into the senses. Is that correct?
That's basically, we can say that. Yes.
Okay. So basically, when we say tuning into the senses, let's clarify what that means. So you mentioned right now being aware of your own breath going out in and out through your sinus, right? So that's one form, but also noticing what you see, hear, smell, all of those things, right? See, hear, smell, touch, taste includes all of those things.
Being present to your five senses.
Okay.
And there is a lots of five senses meditation too, that you can do it, and it has an impact on whatever technique of other schools of meditation. So if you are doing TM, Transcendental Meditation, and you have your own mantra, private mantra, and you're doing it, couple of days you're doing this technique of five senses presence, it has a positive impact on your TM.
Okay, so it can support other forms of meditation. So,
yes.
So we said Vipassana is being present with our breath. Why don't we just do that now, since you brought it up? Does that work for you? Let's do it now. And
we can do it, but the most important part about Vipassana is the way that the context they set up for
Sure.
the trainees, the process they go, they're going to be in that seclusion for 10 days, all of those things, and waking up a certain time of the morning, and then having your meditation. That ritual itself is very important.
It's very powerful. And I can imagine, because from my understanding, you basically need to be silent and then present, and being present with whatever thoughts come, whatever emotions come, if you have pain, itching, etc. So it sounds simple, but it's actually much more profound and deep, correct?
Yes. And the reason I'm hesitating to do Vipassana, because I like it to respect the procedure and ritual of it.
Okay.
And easily you can ask me of any of the techniques I'm using in my classes related to meditation. I can share with you. I don't want to do, first of all, I'm not an expert in TM.
Okay.
So, and I'm not an expert to teach it. So that way I don't do it. And also I'm not an expert in Vipassana, even though I'm doing it.
I see. Gotcha. Okay. So can we call it being a present meditation? Maybe we do that. Would you like to do that? We're not calling it Vipassana.
Yes. Before that, I would like to do one technique that is the foundation of whatever I'm teaching.
Okay.
We do that technique, and that's observation.
Okay. So tell us about that before we actually do it then.
Yes. Observation is a foundation of all of the classes I'm teaching, because without observation, we cannot measure our improvement. And how it goes, it's very simple. You right now make a deep breath and bring your attention to your body. Observe your body from head to toe.
So are we doing this officially now?
Yeah. How do you feel it?
So
where is the tension? Where is the pressure? Everything is okay. Just going through this process. You want to do it going back and forth between you and me?
Yeah, let's do it. So let's do it officially. Let's prep people. So can people do this while driving, or it's not safe to do this one? Not
no
safe.
Way.
Okay, so don't do it while driving, please. We want you to be safe. But if you want to pull over, or you're in a place where you're not moving around, So, Mr. Aman, our meditation expert, is going to have us go through a process right now of foundational meditation. So, tell us again the process from the beginning.
So, let's make a deep breath. However, you know the deep breath is for you, make a deep breath and bring your attention to your body. How do you feel in your body? Any tension, pressure, discomfort, or pain? Just be aware of it. Don't do anything with it. Just be aware. If there is any tension on your shoulder or neck, discomfort, or pressure, or even pain, that's okay. Just observe it. And give a number to it, 1 to 10. I have tension, 1 to 10. 1 minimum, 10 maximum. I have pain, 1 minimum, 10 maximum. Just observe it. Don't do anything with it. Just observe it, give a number to it, make a deep breath, exhale. Now bring your attention to the qualities of your body. Do you feel warm? Do you feel cold? Do you feel tense? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel energized? Do you feel drained? Do you feel sleepy? Do you feel awake? Do you feel heavy? Do you feel light? However you feel, that's totally okay. You are just observing your physical experience. Make another deep breath. With exhale, bring your attention to your senses. Your hearing, your touch, your taste, your smell, or even with closed eyes, your sight. See how open or how closed your senses are, how sharp or how dull they are. And again, however they are, that's totally okay. Don't change anything, don't control anything, just be aware of it. Make another deep breath. With exhale, bring your attention to your emotions. Whatever feeling is present, whatever emotion is present, feel it, experience it, and let go of it. Don't get attached to any emotion, even if it's desirable, or don't even react if it's undesirable. Just feel it, experience it, and let go of it. And letting go is like if you are like a closed fist, just open yourself. If it wants to stay, stay. If it wants to go, go. Don't force it. Don't do anything with it. Just feel it. Make another deep breath. With exhale, now bring your attention to your mind. See how fast or how slow your mind is working. If it's fast, look at it and see if it's moving like a train and the thoughts are related to each other, or is moving like a bird from one branch of a tree to another. And again, however it is, that's totally okay. And your mind maybe is slow. Pay attention to it. See if it's open and clear or closed and dark. None of them is better than the other. Just experience it. Feel it. And don't change anything. Make another deep breath. With exhale, come back and bring your attention to your breathing. How do you breathe? Is it easy? Is it hard? Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it heavy? Is it light? Just observe it. Don't do anything with it. Just observe it. Make another deep breath. Exhale. Now, take your attention to your body and see how is your body now after this observation. Make another deep breath. Bring your attention to your mind. How is your mind now? By just this observation. Make another deep breath and bring your attention to your emotion. How is your emotion after this observation? And the last part, bring your attention to your breathing and see how much your breathing has been changed. Just by observing your body, your mind, and your emotion. Make a deep breath, come back, and open your eyes.
Yummy. That was beautiful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So I feel, is it okay if I share?
Definitely. Thank you.
I have permission. So I feel just calmer, more relaxed, more present, stronger. You know, I was doing well to begin with, but even more so. It's very centering. There's a sense of peace, deeper level of peace that's come in.
Yeah.
And this is beautiful.
This is like a baseline for me, because without observation, we don't know where we are. If you don't know where you are, where you want to go. What was that Dr. Seuss famous saying? The cat say, if you don't know where to go, if you don't know where to go, I don't know it, but those who read it, they know it. I don't remember. I don't want to
something like that. Maybe we can look it up in the break. If you don't know where, so what's your point though about that?
That famous saying of that cat is between another person, and they're saying, if you don't know where to go,
how are you going to get there?
It's not so. Actually, the sentence doesn't come to my mind, so
that's
I don't want to ruin it already.
No, that's okay. But the idea of it is you got to be clear where you are so you know where you're going. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. And also, you know, if I'm progressing or regressing.
Gotcha. And I think this is very powerful. So what you're sharing, if you're just tuning in, is we're speaking to Mr. Amanollah, who's a meditation expert. And so you're saying the foundation of meditation is being present and being observant, being aware, right, of our senses, first of all. So that's one of the first things that we just started, being aware of our senses, smell, taste, hearing, seeing, touching, and also our emotions, our mind. And it's interesting, as you took me through that, my shoulders were relaxed, but I relaxed it even more so, right? So as I became aware where I was holding tension a little bit, or, you know, I was holding it in a certain way, it just kind of relaxed more. Again, it was good to begin with, but it went even deeper. So that's really powerful and amazing, that even if you're doing well, you could do even better. So Thank you for that experience. Again, if you're listening to us, we're talking about the power of meditation. And one of the fundamental forms of meditation is being present and observing our senses, our emotions, our mind. It might sound simple, but it's very profound and it can be life-changing. We are speaking to Mr. Amanollah, who is a meditation expert, yoga teacher, martial arts instructor, Reiki master for almost 4 decades. We're going to go to a break and we're going to be back with a time of insight to discuss other forms of meditation. And also we're going to ask Mr. Aman to have us experience more forms of meditation. We'll be right back with a time of insight.
A time of insight.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
When it comes to health and well-being, cellular hydration is the key. You could say that hydration is the key to every wellness program. And structured water, water in its natural state, is the key to cellular hydration. Most of the water available to us has been processed for purity, safety, and convenience. But processing causes water to lose its natural hexagonal structure, with unfortunate effects for our bodies. Now you can take your personal hydration to a whole new level with the glassware that restructures water in just 3 minutes. Golden Ratio Products brings you these amazing water bottles, carafes, and drinking glasses which put the life back into the water you drink. Try it and you'll be amazed at the effects you feel in your body. Go to goldenratioproducts.com for the next phase of your water consciousness.
When you want the best performance for your vehicle, think only of Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, right off the I-10 and 60 freeways. Check out Scott's complete list of performance products on their website at hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers can recommend ways for your car or truck to get better gas mileage and cut down on emissions. Need your car or truck to pass smog only? Go to Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. Find out all of your questions on vehicle performance by logging on to hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, hdrinfo.com.
A time of insight.
Welcome back. This is your host, Arjan Abraham Zendehdel. Today we are discussing the power of meditation. My guest is Mr. Amanollah, a meditation and yoga teacher, martial arts instructor, and Reiki master for almost 4 decades. We have been discussing the different forms of meditation. Before the break, we spoke about one of the fundamentals of meditation is to be present and to observe our senses, observe our mind, our emotions, and that itself can be very profound and deep and moving. So what are the other forms of meditation?
Actually, there are many simple and techniques that we use it as a building block to preparing people to start having meditation, especially like myself, A-type personality people, that their mind is everywhere and it's not easy to calm down and sit. So it was like a nightmare for us if we want to sit and meditate.
That's actually a good point. Before you go on, I want to actually touch upon that, because some people, they say, oh, I can't meditate. My mind's just too busy. It's not me, right? Yeah. So you just made a good point around that. What would you say to someone like that?
Actually, the point is, if you are running and during your running, you're going to a certain zone of experience that your mind is silent, that's a meditation. If you're swimming and during your swimming, you're going to that kind of slow down mind and the chatter is almost to zero, that's meditation. If you're doing walking, the same thing. So it's not meditation just sitting in a certain position. Sitting in that certain position, it depends on the school that you're going to learn it. And like a Zen techniques of meditation is a Zazen is another way and regular Zen is another way. And each one, they have their own ritual and steps to do it.
Okay. So a couple of things that you mentioned, I want to bring back. So first of all, you're saying meditation can occur in different ways: swimming, exercising, even watching television or a movie, right? Because your mind is fully present, correct? Because you're fully present, your mind gets blank. It is a meditative hypnotic state. Would you not agree with that?
On that one, there is a lots of things that's happening. If you're doing gardening, I agree. If you're washing dishes, I agree. But if you watch TV, I don't agree. Because there are certain things that are happening, like have you noticed when you film from a TV, You see this movement. When you film it, you see this like something is moving that is normally you cannot see it.
I see.
Those kind of repetition, light repetition, you may go to a hypnotic state, but that's not meditation, because meditation requires awareness.
I see. Okay.
It's like I'm going to this state of like this. That's not meditation.
Okay.
I need to be present.
Semi-meditation? Would you say it's semi, maybe? We're not suggesting TV or movies for meditation, but I'm just saying I always thought that it has a certain aspect of it too, or a certain connection, and that you go into a present hypnotic state or a trance state in a way.
I cannot.
You don't agree with it? Okay, fair enough.
I cannot.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
On that.
Fair enough.
But there is a state that you are so aware in martial art that 5 people, 6 people are coming to you from different directions, and you're handling everyone. That's for me is a state of being that match with meditation too.
Okay. So you're saying there, just to repeat, that meditation can be, as you know, we're sitting and officially meditating, but we can do it also while washing dishes or eating or showering or anything where we're fully present, aware, in that kind of calm state. That could be a form of meditation. And the second thing I want to mention, which is people do say, my mind is really busy, I can't meditate. And of course, that's a fallacy. And it's even more of a reason to meditate. If our mind is busy and you're an A personality like Aman or myself, or whatever the reasoning, you can meditate. Every single human being has access. In fact, it's even more of a reason to do so that we can get control of ourselves and our mind and achieve more of our potential. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, great. So the different forms of meditation, you were mentioning different schools. So we spoke about being present. What are the other forms of meditation?
There are meditations that you use mantras to slowing down your mind.
So what is a mantra exactly?
A mantra is a repetition of certain either form sentences that has a meaning, or it can be just sounds and you're repeating it. Either meaningful sounds or completely empty of meaning. But the point is, it creates a space to slow down your mind. So that's one of the techniques. And then,
so when you say meaning, it could be, for example, like a spiritual meaning, like a line from scripture, something like that, or Sanskrit, for example.
Yes,
right?
In Christian and Judaism meditation, there is a lots of sentences you can repeat it. In Taoist meditations, and also Buddhist meditations, also you can see those repetitive sentences. Or one of the famous ones between one of the mantras that they're using in Tibetan Buddhism. It's Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhi, Swaha. And just repeating this. Or there are many of these things. But it's important. You don't have to know the meaning, but the vibration that you created with your voice has the most impact.
Interesting. For
that reason, you can just say, that itself can create what is required for going to that state of meditative state.
Interesting. So you could just say, so you can just do like a simple sound. And is the idea that your mind then focuses on that sound and what you're doing, so that brings you present? Is that the premise of mantra meditation?
Yeah, but it's not only one thing on a mantra. Okay. Certain sounds has a certain impact in your brain and in your body.
Mm.
In yoga, because there is a field of yoga as a yoga therapy, in some yoga hospitals, for some of the people that they are going through certain healing process and recovery, they have this musician, they come and play a vibration that is famous as sa. And they're using hum sa. It's like sa. Just listening to that sound, it creates that kind of healing process to the body. Or if the issue is mental, to the mind, or if it's emotional, to the emotion, that after it's ended, the person is going to another state of processing and healing process.
Beautiful, beautiful. Aman, you also, when we had spoken before the show, mentioned a form of peripheral vision, expanded awareness, right? That people can do. Let's talk about that one, please.
Yeah, most of the people that they said, oh, I can't, my chatter is too loud in my head, talking a lot. Even people in the parties, they ask me about this. And I said, it's very simple. Just look at straight in front of yourself.
Okay. So should we do it, or you want to explain it first? How do you want to do that? Let's explain it, and then we'll actually do it.
For me, doing it is explanation.
Okay, so if you are, even in your car, you could do this. You could do this with your eyes open, right?
Yes.
So let's go ahead and do this basic form of meditation. It's called expanded awareness or peripheral vision. So go ahead, let's do that.
Just, if you're driving, just look straight to the front of you, look at the road, but keep your eyes your view so open that you can see from the right side to the left side, you can see everything. So I'm looking straight, but I see everything.
You mean you're seeing through your peripheral vision? You're aware of your peripheral vision?
Yes. Be aware and don't focus on one thing. Look at everything. Your eyes are pointing straight, but your vision is peripheral. And you can see almost 170, 75, 74 degree open. That much. So it's like I can see this hand from the right side of my eye, and I see this hand from the left side of my eye. And both of my hands are almost 175 or 180 degree open. So I look at it like that. And I don't focus on one thing. I see everything. As soon as you do that, and you can see everything at the same time, your chatter is going down. Look at, pay attention to your head and see how much conversation is there. When you're completely looking at in front of you.
Yeah, I call this expanded awareness. Is something I teach also, which is you're aware of what's in front of you, even sensing what's behind you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So being aware, and there's a power to it, and it does calm the mind. And I believe the power is also because in order to feel bad, we need to focus, right? You got to you need to focus. You need to focus to feel bad. Okay, right? We need to focus to feel bad, because you got to focus on a specific thing. But when you expand your awareness, you're not focusing on a specific thing. You're aware of the entirety of what is, right? So your mind's not focused on this negative thought or whatever. And I think that's one of the reasons also that it's very calming. Aman, I think this could be a reason. Sometimes people, when they don't feel good, they go just drive, right? Because you got to be in expanded awareness to drive effectively. You're aware of the cars in front of you, to the right, to the left, even behind you. Right through the mirror, you have this expanded awareness, which can actually calm the mind down. Is that correct? Do you agree with that?
Yes. And I did this for hours. I drove to San Francisco and back in one day. So like 17, 16 hours of drive.
Oh my God.
And like a 500 miles and 500, it was north of San Francisco. Actually, it was a Zen center. I was going to see the place for one of my workshops. I drove and I enjoyed the drive, and my mind was empty. It was like a complete meditation for like hours, and I'm not asleep, and I'm sharp as, I don't know, whatever sharp it can be, something. And I see everything, and I remember what I drive. That's very important. And even if somebody is sitting with me and talking, still I have that, and I can remember all the conversation. So it's not something I check out of something. Because we drive and we say, what did I do last 2 hours? No, that's not.
Right.
You are aware and you were driving.
Which means meditation can support you to live more, be more engaged in life. We are speaking to Mr. Amanollah, who's a meditation expert. We're talking about the power of meditation. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back for our last segment. And I'm going to ask Mr. Aman to also do a visualization meditation in the time that we have left. So please stay tuned with us. You're listening to A Time of Insight. I'm your host, Arjan A. Zendehdel.
A time of insight.
Get up to the minute forecast and temperatures for Beaumont, Banning, Redlands, Palm Springs, your community, national or international cities on KMET's website, KMET1490am.com. The station now features AccuWeather. AccuWeather offers weekend and extended forecasts along with the latest radar map and current conditions. AccuWeather on KMET1490am.com. Log in every morning for your daily forecast.
A time of insight.
Welcome back. This is your host, Arjan A. Zendehdel. We are discussing the power of meditation. My guest is Mr. Amanollah, a meditation and yoga teacher, martial arts instructor, and Reiki master for almost 4 decades. So just to summarize what we've been speaking about, we spoke about the benefits of meditation, how it can support you physiologically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It can improve our health, our immune system, right? Aman, you would agree with that? Exactly. And also we've been speaking about the different forms of meditation, including being present simply, right? And being an expanded awareness, which supports us to be more aware of what's going on. And we spoke about meditation can also be done while you're exercising, while you are swimming, when you're in a calm, present state. That is a form of meditation. So it really supports us to live more fully. So another form of meditation is visualization, correct?
Yes, one of the many techniques. And on this one, you want to do it or you want to talk?
Yeah. So visualization is basically, just to explain it, it's visualizing certain things, right? And there's many ways of doing that, obviously, and that itself is a form of meditation. So let's go ahead and experience that now. We're going to do this with our eyes closed. So if you're driving, we don't suggest you do this unless you want to pull aside and you're safe on the shoulder or something. And if you want to do that, you're welcome to. So let's go ahead and do a visualization meditation. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Perfect. First of all, if you're sitting, have a straight spine. So you don't want to be curved back. You need to have your head supposed to be exactly on your buttocks. So you're completely straight. Your shoulders are relaxed, neck and face is relaxed. And if you're sitting on a chair, have your feet on the floor, so don't cross your legs. And just put your hands on your knees, relax your shoulder, relax your face and jaw, and start breathing. Breathe deeply and slowly. And with each breath, let your body get relaxer and relaxer. With each breath, your body gets relaxer and relaxer. And imagine with every breath that you bring to your body with your inhale, you bring awareness to your body. And imagine your body is like a bucket. When you fill it up with water, the water goes, fill up the bottom part of the bucket, and little by little comes up. Now imagine your awareness is like a water, and your awareness goes to your feet and fill up your feet, comes to your ankle, comes up to your shin, up to your knee, up to your thighs, your hip, your lower torso, front of your lower belly, and back, lower back, upper belly, upper chest, back, middle back, upper back, your shoulders, your hands, your fingers, your neck. And this awareness, like a warm and desirable water, comes up to your chin, to your cheeks, to your eyes, your forehead. You're completely full of your own awareness, like a big bucket full of water. And you feel warm, you feel centered. And every breath that you take in is deep, and every muscle in your body feels relaxed. Now stay in this state for a couple of breaths and feel it. This is a start of it. Make
Beautiful.
Breath come back.
Yeah, beautiful. And it can then go on, obviously, to like being at the beach or, right, imagining different things.
Oh, you can go anywhere.
You can go anywhere you want. So thank you so much for that. That was lovely. It's actually very soothing. It's very beautiful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Deep breathing, you had mentioned briefly. Deep breathing, so a lot of people do shallow breathing from their shoulders, right? So briefly, deep breathing is what? From your belly? How would you describe it?
Yeah, the best belly breathing you can see in babies under 40 days.
Mm.
Their belly goes up and down. Mm. It's a breathing with your diaphragm, and your diaphragm goes up and down. When you inhale, diaphragm goes down, belly comes up. When you exhale, belly goes in, diaphragm goes up. So in and out constantly like that. First of all, the diaphragm gets very flexible and very expandable. And that itself creates certain calmness in the whole body.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So He just mentioned, you want to do deep breathing. You do it in your belly. So you can actually put your hand in your belly, visualize there's a balloon there. When you breathe in, the balloon gets larger. When you breathe out, the balloon gets smaller. Breathe in, the balloon gets larger. Breathe out, the balloon gets smaller. And the breath goes all through the chest and the belly. And that's what deep breathing is. So if you want to practice that, it's very soothing. All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. Our guest is Mr. Amanollah. If you don't mind giving out your email address, please. So if people want to contact you, they can. Mr. Amanollah is a meditation and yoga instructor. He's a martial arts instructor and Reiki master for almost 4 decades. He's also been a radio and TV host for more than 2 decades. He's also a well-being coach. What is your email address, please?
WBC, boy, C as a cat, AMAN, WBCAman@gmail.com.
Okay, so it's WBCAMAN@gmail.com. Again, WBCAMAN@gmail.com. You can also follow him on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn under Amanollah Kahraman, which is AMANOLLAH. Last name GHAHRAMAN. I know that's a lot. I'll say it again. AMANOLLAH and last name GHAHRAMAN. Thank you so much for being on the show today. We really appreciate it. I also want to thank Jesse Sanchez, our technician today. You can connect with me, Arjan Abraham Zendehdel, at dreamality.com. That's DREAMALITY.com. Again, dreamality.com. Let's end with a quote by Horace, who says, "It is sweet to let the mind unbend on occasion." Again, it is sweet to let the mind unbend on occasion. Be well, and God bless.
A time of insight